Sean Diddy Combs once got into an argument with Denzel Washington during a party.
It's just real strange that he would be found at any kind of Diddy party.
Denzel always told me we'd be at the parties. He said, you leave 30 minutes for the devil get there.
He's one of the most respected actors in Hollywood, known for his faith, integrity, and his dedication to family. But there's allegedly one person that terrifies Sean Diddy Combs more than anything: Denzel Washington.
How you doing, Denzel? How you doing tonight, man?
Looking good, Denzel. Looking good.
Denzel always told me we'd be at the parties. He said, you leave 30 minutes for the devil get there.
Recent rumors have revealed that Denzel confronted Diddy at one of his notorious all-night parties in the early 2000s. And it wasn't just because of the wild activities taking place. Was Denzel calling out something even darker lurking behind the scenes?
For whatever reason, the devil got a hold of him, that circumstance, that night.
But why did Denzel storm out of Diddy's party? What did he see that made him take a stand? And more importantly, why is Denzel Washington one of the most feared people in Diddy's life? It's no secret that Sean Diddy Combs has built a reputation for throwing the most extravagant, controversial parties in Hollywood. His lavish bashes in the Hamptons, Los Angeles, and Miami Beach have become the stuff of legend, with some of them descending into the kind of debauchery that would make anyone uncomfortable. But apparently, Denzel Washington had seen enough at one of these parties in the early 2000s, when he and his wife Pauletta were invited as guests. According to Us Weekly, a source revealed that the Oscar-winning actor wasn't impressed with what was unfolding as the night dragged on. In fact, near dawn, things took a sharp turn. Denzel reportedly saw something that crossed the line, and he wasn't having it. As the story goes, Denzel confronted Diddy yelling, "You don't respect anyone," before he and Pauletta stormed out. The details of what exactly happened that night remain vague, but the incident has added fuel to the idea that Denzel Washington is not someone Diddy, or anyone in Hollywood for that matter, would want to cross. The party in question took place in 2003, and it was held at one of Diddy's luxurious mansions, though it's unclear if it was in the Hamptons, Los Angeles, or Miami Beach. The details of these parties are notorious, often described as hedonistic freak-offs, where the host's pleasure took precedence. It was an atmosphere designed to cater to Hollywood's elite, but it wasn't for everyone.
Like, we here to try to raise money for these, mosquito bed nets. So if you don't understand, just imagine living in Africa and your little infant child.
Denzel Washington, a man who often speaks about his deep faith, wasn't amused by what he witnessed. According to insiders, as the night grew later, things got increasingly wild, and Denzel's discomfort grew. By the time dawn approached, he had seen enough. It was then that Denzel confronted Diddy, calling him out for his lack of respect and storming out of the gathering with his wife. While many in Hollywood would turn a blind eye to what was going on at these parties, Denzel wasn't willing to compromise his values. His actions that night sent a clear message to Diddy and to anyone else paying attention. Denzel Washington wouldn't be involved in Hollywood's darker side. Denzel Washington has always been vocal about the importance of leaving parties early, famously saying, "You leave before the devil shows up."
Denzel always told me we'd be at the parties. He said, you leave 30 minutes for the devil get there.
And it's not just a casual statement. It reflects his deeply held belief that in Hollywood, staying too long in certain environments can expose you to moral compromises. For Denzel, leaving early isn't just about avoiding uncomfortable situations. It's about protecting his soul. He's often mentioned that being surrounded by the wrong influences can pull you away from God's path, and staying grounded in faith is crucial to surviving the temptations of Hollywood. Denzel Washington is not just a respected actor. He's also a devout Christian who openly discusses the importance of faith in his life. Over the years, Denzel has spoken at length about how his success is due to his commitment to God. In a 2017 interview with CBN about his film, Roman J. Israel Esquire, the two-time Academy Award winner shared profound insights into his spiritual beliefs and the philosophies that guided his life, both on and off the silver screen. Denzel, whose transformative performance in the 2017 film garnered critical acclaim, spoke passionately about the intersection of his Christian faith and his role as an actor. For him, faith wasn't merely a passive belief, it demanded action and activism. In his view, everyone possessed unique gifts, and it was the duty of individuals to utilize these gifts to make a positive impact in the world. Denzel emphasized during the interview, highlighting the significance of pairing belief with action. However, he also acknowledged that not everyone needed to be an activist in the traditional sense. Denzel recalled a prophetic message from a woman who foresaw his global influence, not as a preacher in the pulpit, but as a speaker through his work. This revelation inspired him to use his platform in the entertainment industry to spread messages of hope, love, and faith. When Denzel questioned his pastor about his purpose, wondering if he was meant to become a preacher, the response was profound. "You already have a pulpit." These words served as a powerful reminder that Denzel's influence and reach extended far beyond the confines of a church, permeating the hearts and minds of audiences worldwide. With humility and determination, he embraced his role as an agent for good, recognizing the profound impact storytelling could have on shaping perspectives and inspiring change. In the film, Denzel subtly nodded to scripture through the character's name, underlining the depth of his understanding of faith and its relevance in the contemporary world.
This is funny just to think. 3 Mondays ago, I didn't know either one of you.
One of the central themes of the film was justice. Throughout the entire course of the story, Roman questions his own personal view of justice. The film delves into the profound disparity between man's view of justice and God's view of justice, highlighting that the two aren't always in alignment. God's justice, as depicted in the Bible, is always right and good, taking everything into account, and cannot be swayed or altered by human biases or prejudices. This powerful exploration of justice added layers of complexity to the character of Roman J. Israel, prompting viewers to contemplate the profound question of what constitutes true justice and righteousness in a flawed world. Roman J. Israel Esquire was not merely a cinematic masterpiece. It was a testament to Denzel Washington's dedication to using his craft as a force for positive transformation. As audiences immersed themselves in the film's narrative, they were confronted with profound questions about faith, morality, and the pursuit of justice. Denzel Washington's vision of God and the philosophies he abided by were intricately woven into the fabric of the movie, leaving an indelible mark on the hearts of viewers and reaffirming the enduring power of faith in the face of life's complexities. In any case, Washington has also opened up about his profound connection with spirituality and how it guided him away from the glitz and glamour of Hollywood parties. Denzel's story serves as a testament to the transformative power of faith and the unwavering influence of a spiritual encounter. Denzel reminisced about his upbringing, where his father, a devout man of God, instilled in him the values of faith and righteousness. This foundation would later play a pivotal role in shaping Denzel's character, especially during his early years in the entertainment industry. His spiritual awakening came in the early 1980s when he found himself at a crossroads, torn between the allure of Hollywood revelry and the call of his faith. It was a struggle familiar to many, a battle between the material world and the spiritual realm. Denzel candidly shared that he had several encounters with faith, each time drawing him closer to the divine. One significant turning point occurred when he attended a church service with renowned director Robert Townsend. Denzel decided to surrender himself completely, stepping forward to the altar in a moment of profound vulnerability. In the prayer room, he experienced something inexplicable, a sensation of ascending into the air, his cheeks filled with an overwhelming presence. It was a supernatural experience, leaving an indelible mark on his soul. Despite this powerful encounter, Denzel confessed that he wasn't immediately prepared to fully embrace this newfound spirituality. He acknowledged the struggle within himself, attempting to reconcile his spiritual awakening with the temptations of the entertainment industry. Yet the memory of that transformative moment stayed with him, serving as a grounding force even in the face of immense fame and worldly distractions. Denzel's spiritual journey was not without its challenges. He candidly admitted to succumbing to the allure of materialism and indulging in what he refers to as spiritual muggings. However, in an industry where morality is often sacrificed for success, Denzel has remained true to his beliefs, and his faith has been felt by those surrounding him. For instance, in 2022, after the infamous Oscar slap, Denzel apparently went behind the scene to try and resolve the issue. Denzel said to me a few minutes ago, he said, "At your highest moment, be careful. That's when the devil comes for you," Smith said during the Oscars while accepting his award. A few days later, Washington attended Bishop T.D. Jakes' Leadership Summit on for a discussion about his career and faith, when Jakes asked him about what happened between Smith and Rock at the Oscars. Well, there's a saying, when the devil ignores you, then you know you're doing something wrong. The devil goes, "Oh no, leave him alone. He's my favorite." Conversely, when the devil comes at you, maybe it's because he's trying to do something right, and for whatever reason, the devil got a hold of that circumstance that night, Washington told Jakes on stage. He then added, "Fortunately, there were people there. Not just me, but others. Tyler Perry came immediately right over there with me. Said some prayers. I don't want to say what we talked about, but for the grace of God go any of us. Who are we to condemn? I don't know all the ins and outs of the situation, but I know the only solution was prayer, the way I see it." All in all, Denzel Washington stands as a paragon of humility and gentlemanship, weaving a remarkable narrative of success and modesty. Despite his numerous accolades, including 2 Academy Awards, he remains grounded and often expresses gratitude for the opportunities he has been given. Yet, Denzel's humility extends far beyond the stage and red carpets. Beneath the veneer of fame, he engages in quiet acts of kindness that often escape the public eye. His philanthropic endeavors, including a significant contribution to Wiley College to establish a debate team, exemplify a generosity that seeks no spotlight. His visits to hospitals offering solace to patients underline a humility that transcends the confines of Hollywood. What's more, unlike many in Hollywood, Denzel is a firm believer in family values. He's raised his children to understand the importance of faith, love, and respect, and he's openly criticized the idea that Hollywood's success should come at the cost of personal integrity. Denzel has also made it clear that much of Hollywood's problems, including racism, stem from a lack of strong family foundations. He's said in interviews that incarceration among the Black community, in his view, is something that can be overcome within the household, with good fathers leading by example. But beyond societal issues, Denzel's greatest concern is with the spiritual battles happening behind the scenes. He's spoken out about how Hollywood can lure people away from God's light, and how the industry is filled with temptations that can destroy even the strongest-willed individuals. However, Denzel's life has not been without its challenges. You see, Denzel Washington, the master of on-screen intensity and charm, typically steers clear of love scenes to please his core audience. However, there was a time when he broke his own rule, leading to chaos. This decision led to rumors suggesting a romantic involvement between him and his co-star Sanaa Lathan from the movie Out of Time. Regardless of how absurd it may seem, in 2003, Denzel Washington and Sanaa Lathan faced rumors of an affair due to an intimate scene they shared on screen in a film. Denzel Washington, who was then married to his longtime wife Pauletta Washington, promptly denied such claims, as did Sanaa Lathan. However, that didn't prevent the rumors from flying, all thanks to that one scene in the movie Out of Time. In an interview with Vibe magazine in 2006, quoted by Fox News, Sanaa said, "The rumor got started because the movie had a love scene with Denzel and people took that and translated it to real life. They said I was pregnant with Denzel's child and people were calling my mother saying I'm having his baby. It's frustrating. People are going to talk no matter what." But get this, Sanaa is not the only woman that Denzel has been accused of cheating with, because he allegedly also had an affair with Eva Mendes at the same time he was having an affair with Sanaa. The rumor mill claimed that Eva broke things off when she found out about him and Sanaa, but hold up, because there are still a lot more women on this alleged roster. In 2007, rumors were flying about how Denzel was allegedly spotted with a young escort at the after-party for the Mayweather vs. De La Hoya fight, and allegedly they left the party together, spent the night together, and I'm just going to leave y'all to your imagination. Then there are the multiple blind items about him allegedly being spotted out with multiple young women. According to one blind item, I have seen him 3 different times at Firefly in Studio City. Apparently, he has a house close to the restaurant up in the hills. Anyway, the 3 times I have seen him, he has been sitting way in the back in the outside sitting area past the last bar. And each time, he has had about 3 white young chicks hanging off of him. And the girls are just staring at him in awe like he is a king or something. Then there's this other blind item that straight up called him out for being a garden tool and claimed that Pauletta has always known about his affair, saying, "I used to get my hair done by the same person who did PETA back in the day, and she knows about it, stays frosty but won't leave. She used to swear this was the last time and she was out, but nothing came to fruition." There's also an account from a woman who claimed that Denzel's daughter Olivia flipped off at some fans who were talking about her father and how great of a man he was. The woman said, "Olivia annoyingly gets up from her chair and blurts out, 'Denzel Washington is not the man you all think he is.'" And back in 2013, he was involved in an entire scandal after news broke that he had allegedly been caught kissing another woman. The scandal was so bad and so messy that Pauletta temporarily separated from Denzel and moved to New York while Denzel stayed back in LA. But he was eventually able to sweet-talk himself back into her good graces, and according to a source, Denzel has always sweet-talked his way out of it. She confronted him, and once again he denied he did anything wrong. The interesting thing about this scandal is how short-lived it was. It died down only after a couple of days, and the pictures of Denzel and the other woman never saw the light of day, leading to speculation that maybe the rumors were unfounded. Anyway, despite all these allegations and rumors, Denzel has managed to rise from the dust. This is why Denzel remains one of the most feared people in Hollywood, not because he wields power like a mogul, but because he represents something bigger: integrity, faith, and a refusal to bend to the darker side of fame. For someone like Diddy, whose image has often been tied to excess and controversy, Denzel Washington is a force to be reckoned with. So why does Denzel Washington strike fear into Sean Diddy Combs? It's simple. Denzel is one of the few people in Hollywood who refuses to play by the industry's corrupt rules. He's not afraid to call out what he sees, and he doesn't let fame or fortune cloud his moral judgment. For Diddy, whose reputation has been marred by accusations, controversy, and rumors of misconduct, having someone like Denzel Washington around is a reminder that there are still people in Hollywood who won't look the other way. And that, more than anything, is what makes Denzel Washington the one person Diddy truly fears. Anyway, that's it for this video, folks. Bye.